Hello, welcome to BioGrade TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. History of Togo. Togo is a country in West Africa, bordered by Burkina Faso to the north, Benin Republic to the east, and Ghana to the west. Its capital city is Lome. Togo is one of the smallest countries in Africa and one of the narrowest in the world, with a width less than 115 kilometers. Its population stands at about 7.9 million. The country is multilingual, with about 39 distinct languages spoken nationwide. The Ewe and Kabiye, which are the two most widely indigenous languages spoken, are both national languages in the country, but French is the official language. Besides the Ewe and the Kabiye, there are Kotokoli, Mina, Mossi, the Moba, and other ethnic groups. Like most other countries in the region, Christianity, Islam, and African traditional religion are the three main religions in Togo. It is estimated that about 44% of the population are Christians, 20% Muslims, and 33% practice indigenous religions. The remaining percentage claim not to be affiliated with any religion. Not much is known about the history of Togo before the late 15th century, when Portuguese explorers set foot on the region. However, there are proofs of Ewe settlement for several centuries before their arrival. The Ewe are believed to have moved into Togo from Benin Republic, the Mina, and the Guin from Ghana. These three ethnic groups established settlements along the coast. They were two small kingdoms north of the region, but they, along with other small villages, were under the shadow of the much greater Ashanti and Dahomey empires. The coastal regions of Togo were busy slave trade centers until the 19th century, which earned Togo and the surrounding territory the name the Slave Coast. In 1884, Germany set up a coastal protectorate which spread inland until 1905, when it became the German colony of Togoland. During the First World War, British and French troops invaded Togoland, and in 1922, Great Britain received the League of Nations mandate to govern the western part of Togo, while France got the eastern part. In 1957, the residents of British Togoland voted to become part of the Gold Coast as part of the newly independent Ghana, while French Togoland became the Togolese Republic on the 27th of April, 1960. Sylvanus Olympio became the first president when the first presidential elections were held in 1961. On the 13th of January 1963, Olympio became the first African head of state to be assassinated in a coup. Sergeant Nyansingbe Eyadema, who masterminded the coup, then went on to declare a state of emergency. An interim civilian government led by Nicolas Grunitzky was handed over to, and in May 1963, Grunitzky was elected president. Exactly 4 years after the first coup, on the 13th of January 1967, Eyadema once again overthrew Grunitzky in a bloodless coup and assumed the presidency. He banned all political parties and introduced a one-party system in November 1969. Eyadema perpetuated himself in power and was the longest-serving head of state in Africa until he suddenly died on the 5th of February 2005 after 38 years in power. The military, which had been loyal to Eyadema, immediately installed his son, Fore Yasingbe, as president. This move provoked widespread international condemnation. After much pressure, Fore Yasingbe left power and held elections 2 months later. He emerged winner in an election which the opposition claimed fraud. Faure was successfully re-elected in 2010 and 2015. Despite a widespread protest in 2017 against the continued political dominance of the Nyansingbe family, with calls for his resignation, he won a fourth-term bid in February 2020 with a margin of over 70%. Togo is divided into 5 regions, which are Savane, Kara, Central, Plateau, and Maritime. The regions are also subdivided into 30 prefectures. It has strong standing ties with Europe, especially France and Germany. Cuba, North Korea, and China are well recognized by Togo. The country re-established ties with Israel in 1987. Within Africa, Togo is part of the African Union and participates actively in the West African sub-region. Its relationship with its neighbors are generally cordial. The country has valuable deposits of phosphate and has a well-developed export sector based on agricultural produce including coffee, cocoa bean, and peanuts, which together accounts for approximately 30% of export earnings. Cotton, however, is the most important cash crop. The textile and brewery sector are equally important sectors of the nation's economy. The 2018 figure for Togo's GDP is $5.36 billion. Football is the most preferable sport in the country. Togo took part in its first FIFA World Cup in 2006. In the tournament, it failed to proceed beyond the group stages, having failed to win a single match. In 2013, Togo reached the quarterfinals of the Africa Cup of Nations for the first time in its history. Bachiru Salu was the first Togolese footballer to come to international limelight after a successful career spanning over 14 years in the German Bundesliga. Emmanuel Adebayo, however, is the most popular footballer in the country, with 30 international goals and 97 in the English Premier League. Some of the tourist attractions and beautiful sights in Togo include Lake Togo and the several resorts around it, the National Museum in the capital Lome, and the Tamberma Valley, where the Kutamaku UNESCO World Heritage Site is located. What have we missed out of this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.